Hello everybody and welcome to the Redmen TV and my match reaction after Liverpool beat Burnley 3-1 at Anfield in front of what was a record home crowd in front of our fans. Yeah, brilliant day, landmark day for the Reds. Obviously a little bit more of the Annie Road end open, which is boss. But yeah, it was hard work, all told, for Liverpool. Obviously, we watched Man City beat Everton relatively comfortably in the end just before we kicked off. But it's all about dealing with our own business, and we did just about. It was effective, it was enough, and Liverpool a little bit hamstrung, to be fair, going into the game by suspension to Ibu Konate, of course. A little bit of a flu bug knocking around the squad as well, which meant that Alisson missed out. Joe Gomez likewise. I think a couple of the other lads were affected by it, but fit enough to be involved from the start. Some of them think Jota falls into that category as well, but there's obviously effects and an impact had on some of the lads' levels, I would say. But yeah, like I say, just about did enough to get the job done, really. It was a little bit pedestrian, I'd say, from the start. To be fair, never really clicked into gear for quite a while. Burnley came out quite attacking. They've probably seen the fact Kelleher was in goal and thought, let's try and test him early doors as often as we possibly can. And it took us a while to really get involved in the contest, to be honest. But when we did, we did it well, and it came from a corner. All the goals came from headers, to be honest with you. Pretty much all set pieces as well, even Burnley's. Diogo Jota was the man on the spot, as he so often is, of course. Trafford, their keeper, comes flapping out, gets nowhere near, he gets caught in no man's land, runs into his own defenders, still complains that he wanted a free kick. Absolutely nothing doing there, and rightly so. And Jota just heads into the empty net to give the Reds the lead. And I wouldn't say it was a deserved lead, but we had more of the possession and more of the territory, I'd say, over the past sort of 5-10 minutes leading up to the goal. So we were finding our way into the game, finding ourselves into decent areas, and ultimately we made them pay by when we taken the lead. So yeah, happy days. But it didn't last that long. Burnley went up the other end and scored from a set piece of their own from a corner. O'Shea left, I wouldn't say unmarked. Díaz and Endo are both nearby him, but none of them get anywhere near him, to be fair. He's a big old unit. He's a big lad. He must be 6'3", 6'4". But he gets a decent run at it. He's a long way out. He's a long way out. That's all I'd say. He must be a good 13, 14 yards from goal when he meets it. He meets it well. It's a strong header. It really is. It's an absolute bullet header. But to be beaten from that far out, it does find the top corner. So I'd be really sort of clutching to be critical of Kelleher or indeed anyone for this goal. But if you watch it, I don't know if we should be conceding, is what I'd say, from 13, 14 yards away from a header. And it's not even like directly in front of goal necessarily. Yeah. Anyway, all's well that ends well, as they say. Liverpool head into half-time 1-1. And a bit of a surprising change at the break, to be fair. Harvey Elliot came on for Trent. And the fact Harvey Elliot came on wasn't really a shock, because I think Liverpool were lacking a little bit of his energy, a bit of his running, and a bit of what he can offer in a creative sense as well. And Wataru Endo had been booked at before half-time. So it felt like the change was an obvious one. It was drop McAllister back into the six, bring Elliot on for Wataru, and we go from there. But that wasn't how it went. It was Elliot for Trent, and that meant Curtis Jones went to right back, rather. And it was okay. It was fine. Curtis Jones did that little stint to right back in the Carabao Cup, I think against Leicester earlier on this season. So not a completely unfamiliar role to him, but a little bit of a surprise, that has to be said. Hopefully nothing's gone wrong with Trent there. Maybe he's got a little bit of the flu. Maybe he's still feeling the effects of that knee problem he had recently. Who knows? But hopefully it's nothing new. Hopefully it's nothing long term anyway, because we all know how important he is. And he actually set up the goal for Jota as well. So yeah, hopefully, like I say, nothing that impacts us further down the line with Trent. But yeah, second half, Elliott was really effective. However we got him onto the pitch, it was important, because he is the one that set up the goal to put us 2-1 in front. Little dinked ball into the near post, takes a little deflection on the way, and Luis Díaz is the man stooping low at the near post. It was a little bit scrappy, the game, and it felt like it suited the likes of Jota and Díaz, because they're that street fightery type, the ones who'll get stuck in. They'll make something happen with their skill and their quality, of course, but when it does get a little bit rough, a little bit gnarly, those two are the sort of ones you want in the trenches a little bit, and that's kind of how the game played out. It was a bit scruffy, a bit scrappy at times, and I think they were the perfect two for it, and that's proven by the goals, of course. And yeah, Díaz stooped well, really brave, got really low, head of it the near post, and yeah, massive goal for the Reds. And it didn't It didn't sort of take the wind out of Burnley's sails, I wouldn't say, but it did obviously put us back into command. But Burnley had their chances there, and Fofana got him behind twice. Once Kelleher denied him brilliantly, one-on-one. The sort of stuff we sort of bank on Alisson for, and we often praise Alisson for being the best in the world at. And Kelleher does it not as well, but he does it really, really well on this occasion, it's got to be said. And Kelleher's had his critics this season, and rightly so in some respects, but he was brilliant today, pretty much throughout, to be fair. And this was a big, big moment because having taken the lead, if it goes back 2-2, it's a real kick in the teeth all of a sudden for the Reds, and we've got to go again, and we've got to lift ourselves, but Kelleher stops that from happening. And we go up the other end, and it comes from another corner. We keep the ball alive once again, and it's Harvey Elliot again, who wonderful chip ball towards the back post. It is a lovely cross, and you can see he's trying to pick out his man. And he could have easily gone for goal, to be fair, Harvey Elliot, as well. As a moment whereby it's on his left foot. If it's Mo Salah, he is shooting, and why not? Because it's Mo Salah. But Elliot decides against it, and like I say, he just dinks it, hangs it up there. And Darwin Núñez, the leap, the header, it's behind him. Honestly, to generate the power that he does and the direction to turn the ball into the corner is absolutely exceptional. It's a bit of a frustrating day for Darwin Núñez again. A few moments earlier, Díaz could have slipped him in one-on-one when he was onside, and probably should have done, to be honest. Díaz made the wrong decision there, but Núñez had missed a couple of chances. I think it's fair to say there's one when he perhaps was a little bit offside. The assistant certainly flagged, but it was tight with VAR. He found the keeper on that occasion. Couple of half chances here and there, but this header is genuinely out the top drawer. It really is, and pretty much put the game to bed from a Liverpool perspective. Burnley huffed and puffed thereafter, but the Reds kept him at arm's length. Joel Quansah with some good defending. Virgil van Dijk likewise. Quansah had a really good game, actually. Almost scored with a brilliant left-footed volley on the swivel, actually. But yeah, job done for the Reds. Made some more changes. Gakpo, Bobby Clark, James McConnell, and Kostas Tsimikas, the Greek Scouser, came on for his return from his injury. So all told, a good afternoon's work. Back to the top of the league. Harvey Elliott, the game changer, absolutely exceptional. Thought Jota was good. Thought Díaz was good. Thought Taro Endo was exceptional. Certainly playing the second half on a yellow card. Thought he was brilliant. Yeah, boss, happy days. Hopefully no repercussions for Trent, as I say. Really can't stress that enough. I hope to God that's not in serious. I really do. And it will be a really good afternoon's work, because given how threadbare the squad was with illnesses and suspensions, etc., just get out of there with 3 points and hopefully get some lads back for the Brentford game next weekend. Sound. All done. I'll see you again soon. Take it easy.